Hello, everybody, and welcome to TrumpTube Media Network. You can also go to TrumpTube.com and look up the other videos and stuff like that. We're trying to keep it all up to date, but it's kind of difficult. I do this on the side to try to help, do my part in getting the word out. Let me explain some things. Normally I would do the video, edit it, and all that kind of stuff in the video room, but don't have time for all that now. This stuff that's going on overseas is completely insane. I think everybody would agree to it. Well, at least those that are not watching the mainstream media, because they're not covering anything of it. To them, it's like lollipop and fun rides. But in reality, the Biden administration did not execute this. It was all botched, all of it. And, they should have made sure that everybody was evacuated, which makes sense. Everybody should have been evacuated before the military was pulled out. Now, I want to tell you something. I want you to leave your comments down below. I want you to think about something that's really, really crazy. We left all the weapons. I mean, billions and billions and billions of dollars of weapons. Not to mention the helicopters, all of it. Even the small arms like the M16s, the AR-15s, the AKs, all that kind of stuff. Now you think about it, that we've left civilians and our allies that helped us for all these years getting intel. The Taliban now has all the information, even the digital retinal scans and stuff like that. And you think about it, they'll take those, have people come up, they'll do a retinal scan, whoop, up, you're one of them, boom, dead. They're going to kill them all. And they're going to use them, because Biden and all, they say they want to get out of there or the Taliban says, look, you need to be out of here by the 31st. Biden and them are saying, oh, well, we may not be able to do that, but we're trying to make the time frame, which ain't going to happen. There's a bomb went off outside the perimeter of the airport, which don't have details about that yet. But here's the important part to think about. All those weapons we left over there, and we have civilians over there and allies. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to put one and one together and come up with number two. The weapons we left behind that were paid by us, the American people, are going to be used to kill our own civilians and our own allies that put their lives on the line to help us all these years. Let that sink in. I say again, they're going to use our own weapons that we paid for to kill our own people and our own allies. Now, having said all this, I'd like to hear y'all's comments about that. I'm not going to edit this at all. I'm just going to say it the way it is. While all this is going on, of course, it is a serious issue, a very serious issue. I am not making light of it in any way, shape, form, or fashion. However, these are things that are popping up to make diversions in every way possible. We got food shortages coming. We got employment issues. We got supply chain issues. We got financial issues. We got the vaccine issues. And everything is being hit from every single direction or facet. And the one thing you don't hear anything about, which is the election stuff. And a lot of people say, oh, well, in 2024, we could change this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. If the election is not correct, if you can't trust the election, there's no serial numbers, no nothing like that on each ballot to stop it from being run over and over and over again, So, we got serial numbers and stuff on driver's licenses, on the dollars, the money, you buy something, you have a serial number of dadgum everything. Why isn't there any on the ballots? Any way to make sure that a ballot doesn't get scanned 2, 3, 4, 100 times? There's no way to stop that. There's no way to even, check it. So you got to think about this. All this stuff is coming up by the 31st. The stuff in Afghanistan, the pull out of there. And you also have the election fraud, which nobody's talking about on the mainstream media, because they feel this is all done, it's great. Let me tell you something. Since the Biden administration has stepped in and started running things, everything has went straight down. This country is in such a crisis that it's never seen before. Like I said, from every facet you can imagine. Employment, the financial system. But by the way, from what I'm understanding, the petrodollar is now going away. Now, to understand what the petrodollar is, a lot of people don't even know about the petrodollar. The petrodollar is basically anytime oil is bought, it's bought in the currency of $1. Now that's been a big thing. That's where most of the dollar power is. Back when it all started in 1971, we was pulled off the gold and silver standard, and it then became backed by oil. Petro meaning oil, but anyway. And part of the deal was, these other countries, you buy the oil in dollars, and we'll protect your oil fields. So, okay, well, we'll get protection from the oil fields, which meant we keep our U.S. military bases in those countries to protect the oil fields, as long as they buy and trade their oil in the dollar currency. Well, that dollar currency goes away, or the petrodollar goes away. That's when the dollar's going to drop and crash. And from what I understand, that's already on its way. So my suggestion is you make sure you get, a supply of food, water, and buckle down, because we're now at that point. We're looking at the end of the month when all this stuff's supposed to come to a head, including the election fraud. Now, there's been theories on how all this is going to go down. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go down. And I don't think anybody other than God knows how this is going to go down. And don't think for a minute God don't have a part in this. He's the one that's behind bringing light to all of this. It's going to get rough before it gets better. It's going to get really rough. You know, they're going to try to start doing checkpoints and stuff like that because of the virus stuff. You know, they don't want to let you go into the any of the, with the passing of the FDA supposedly, which, you know, they didn't test all that. It's just a way to force people to do it, and businesses to force employees to be vaccinated or you can't work. That's insane. Are you kidding me? Next thing it's going to be, well, you can't go to the grocery store, so you can't get food. So you better stock up on food. You better get your food and everything that you can now. You know, stop buying all these toys and stuff, and because you can't eat a toy, you know, or gadgets or whatever. You're gonna need the food because, like I say, it's all coming to a head now. Yes, and not to mention, I did want to say this. Now think about this too. They don't want assault weapons and stuff like that in the hands of American law. Let me say this again. They don't want law-abiding citizens to have firearms. However, they don't have a problem giving billions and billions of dollars in military weapons. We're not talking about just guns. We're talking about helicopters and all kind of shit. Rocket launchers. I mean, oh my God, really? But they want to take it from law-abiding American citizens, but they'll give it all to our enemies. And we're talking state-of-the-art stuff. Knowing that those weapons are going to be used to kill our own people. Think about that, folks. Listen, I appreciate you tuning in, checking out the channel. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. I don't have that many followers yet, but I'm working on it. So do me a favor, like and subscribe and share this information. I know they don't want to see it, but you know, we need to see things sometimes that we don't want to see. You know, if you're standing in the middle of the road and somebody sees a car coming and you're busy playing ball or doing something, would you want to be interrupted to save your life? Well, this is one of them situations. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks again for watching. God bless. Peace out.